Hi, Jeremy Martin from Marvin Fine Homes, back at our Burnett Road project. We're going to talk about windows today. It's a question we get a lot from our clients and prospects. It's a huge deal here in Texas. It's usually one of the most expensive parts of a project, whether you're building new or doing a renovation. Ordering windows is a pretty important step in the process. And not only how they look and how they function, but from a thermal perspective. As we mentioned, if you've watched our other blogs, we're trying to get a 4-star rating on this house. We're also going to own this thing for decades, so we're really concerned with how long the window lasts, how it performs, and the effect of the window on our thermal envelope and what our cooling bills are going to be over time. So what you're looking at here, we bought a fantastic window from Marvin. It's called the Marvin Ultimate Double Hung. The inside is pre-primed wood. We had it primed in the factory. It's a much better system than trying to prime it out in the field. It's definitely worth paying a couple of bucks per window to get that upgrade. The other side, if you can see it, is actually an aluminum clad. What we want to talk about today is actually we have two separate windows here on the job site. And the only difference in them is the glass itself. So what you're looking at right here is a low E 272 glass. What we have inside on about 15 of the windows is a low E 366. So why the difference, right? So what we want to talk about, if you can zoom in and see, what we're really talking about is the solar heat gain coefficient. It's this number here. So on the left side you see the U factor. The U factor for all the windows on the side are the same. And what U factor is basically the insulative quality of the window itself. In Texas, for the climate that we're in, it's going to be about 104 degrees today. It's going to be 104 degrees tomorrow, unfortunately, for a lot of the summer. So in Texas, this number really affects the performance of the window, the comfort of the home itself, and in your cooling bills, really. So this window with the 272 glass in it has a solar heat gain coefficient of 0.3. The windows inside that we're going to use on the south, west, and east facing walls have a solar heat gain coefficient of 0.2. In this case, obviously, lower the better. So what does all that mean? A couple of things. When you're dealing with light, clearly more is better in the visible spectrum. You want as much natural light flooding in your home as possible. You want your views to be unobstructed when you look out. So that's the visible part of the light. It's how clear is the glass when you actually look through it. The other two things that are coming through your window you may not know about are infrared light and UV light. UV light is what fades your walls, fades your floors, fades your wall arts in your furniture. You want to minimize that as much as possible. You also want to minimize infrared light coming in your house. That's what's actually going to heat up your home. So when the light is streaming in through your window, that infrared light is coming through, heats up your walls, your floors, your furniture, and that heat gets released into your house, driving up your energy bills in the summer in Texas. So these windows, we invested a lot of money in these things. They're not cheap. They're going to last a really long time. The aluminum clad on the outside is going to ensure that. But also from a solar performance perspective, they're pretty top notch. A solar heat gain coefficient of 0.2 on the north side is not that important for us because it's in the shade already. So for about 3/4 of the windows in this house, we went ahead and upgraded to the low E 366. We think it's money well spent. So come back in another blog. We'll show you how they go in. Thanks.